guys, it's Miss Frugality. What are we making today? We are making some homemade fire starters. So all you need is a pot of boiling or simmering water, some pine cones, and the last bit of a candle. And just to be safe while you're taking it out, you're going to need some tongs from your kitchen. All right, let's get started. So just to start, I have turned my stove on medium high, and I have put my candle in some water and in the pot, and it's gonna melt down, and we'll be right back when it's all melted. So guys, while that candle is just melting down, I wanted to say that the candle was the last bit of a soothing eucalyptus candle that I got at the Dollar Tree about 6 months ago, maybe give or take. And these are some pine cones that I picked off of my lawn before Christmas in the fall, and I wanted to use them as a Christmas decoration. That's why they're in this red bowl, and I figured that I can use them as some fire starters for this summer's camping trips, and I can use some more pine cones because goodness knows pine cones fall off of trees every year. So I'll just pick some more and use some different ones as an upcoming Christmas decoration this upcoming year. But here's two ideas. So as a festive decoration, you can use pine cones in a bowl. This bowl was from the local thrift store with some, these are actually, let me take these out. These are leaves that fell off of a poinsettia, and inside of the bowl, they're just little pretty decorations. So those are two ideas, a decoration and a fire starter. And that candle is melting down. See, the water isn't boiling yet, but it's warm enough to just start melting the wax. And that's what you want. You don't want to put the candle in a dry pot because it will break the glass. But just put a little water in, put the candle in, and the heat is still on medium high, and the water is just kind of simmering, little bubbles, and the candle will just start melting. If it starts boiling, you want to turn it down a little, but the process takes a little while for the candle to melt. I'll come back in a little bit. All right, so my pot is trying to boil, so I turned it down to low, so it'll just go down to a simmer because I don't want it to boil, because the boiling clanks the glass on the pan, and that could clank the glass, and that's not what we want because that would mess up my pan, and I just don't want that. So I'll come back, and when I come back, I'm going to take the wick out so we can get the wick out and then get those nice little pine cones from last fall dipped in this wax, and we'll get some fire starters going for this this upcoming campfire. Geez, guys, I can't find my words. For this summer's camp trips campfire. There we go. All right, guys. So this candle has been melting down. The candle only took about only 7 minutes to melt down. So I'm going to take out this wick carefully with my tongs, and see, there's no wax left on it. It's just the metal and the wood, because this was a little wood candle. Whoops, dropped it. I'm just going to put this on the paper towel that I got ready while I was waiting for that to melt down, and I'm going to turn that heat off and put you guys down for a second so I can take this candle out. All right, so that candle's all out, and as you can see, it's all melted down, nice and dark green. So if perhaps you have just a plain unscented candle, you can add some essential oils if you have them, but if you don't have them, feel free to add any extracts you have. Like here I have lemon extract. You could add really anything, or essential oils that you have, or just leave it, you know, if you have a scented candle, leave that. If you have any, really anything, you can add it, scent it. Just make sure that if you are putting these into a fire that you are cooking food in, you let them burn out, because you don't want any of these scents on your food that you're cooking. So, all right, so I'm going to grab this by the tip, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get it all in there, but here, let's try something else. So here on this plate, I have just a plate with some parchment paper. You can use a plate with, you know, cover it in tin foil. If you have lots of pine cones, you can put it on a sheet tray, or just do it however you feel comfortable. So I'm actually going to take my candle jar, and it's cool enough that I can pick it up, and just kind of pour the wax on here. And it's dripping everywhere, so just going to leave that on there and put this on that paper towel. Just going to kind of roll it around, and the first coat you won't see very much. The first coat you won't see very much. It's a very thin coat the first time. So come back and we'll do a second coat. Alright guys, so as you can see, the wax has accumulated. I got another little pine cone, and I just kind of kept rolling them. Whoops. Drop the candle a little bit. Just kept rolling them a little bit in the wax every time, and it kind of just got on the tips of the pine cone. So I'm going to do the same thing. Just pour it right on, and then just keep rolling it in the wax on the bottom. Just roll it around and just keep getting as many coats as I can until it's covered. And I'll show you when I can cover them as much as I can. I'll show you the finished product of these two little fire starters that I did with the last bit of this candle that I could not even use anymore. And yes, I know I only made 2 fire starters, but if I have any more candles, which I do have some more candles, that, you know, maybe only have a little bit left, I have a couple over here that I can put back in this container, in this pot, melt down, and make some more, you know, and have some more fire starters for this camping season. So I'll be right back, guys. So now that these are fully covered and almost dry, I would say that it is easier to do the small pine cones. It covers the little edges easier. Get that to focus. Well, it's not focusing. Anyway, it covers the edges easier, and it's just a better product for the small one than the larger one. So I would suggest doing smaller pine cones, and you might even get 3 of them with a little bit of candle like that one, than 1 big and 1 small. So I hope you try this out, guys. Happy spring, happy summer, and happy camping. Save money and be happy. Love, Miss Frugality.